there's been a lot of hoopla last week about that man that Alan Poupart is holding up of Tua Tagovailoa.
Anybody who thinks I'm a hater.
Oh my gosh.
I
It'll
was
be
going to
very
play
clear after this episode is over.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm a
I have
realist of the
about
difference. Go ahead.
4 different videos I want to play, but I want to just play the audio and I haven't figured it out. And obviously I would have to download the video, then edit it and yada, yada. And obviously I didn't do it. So there is multiple sources of people talking about the comparison of Tua Tagovailoa to Drew Brees. Now I can't play the audio, so we're just going to have to go off of what we've heard. And there is Drew Brees himself talking about it with, I think that's Cameron Jordan.
Cameron Jordan. Yeah.
We have Teron Armstead doing it twice, and we have Louis Riddick doing it. And Louis Riddick's is probably the best comparison because
don't be running and hide on TV. Don't run and hide.
Come on, Omar.
Because Louis Riddick didn't go into he kind of went in the way that Tua's career is starting and how Drew Brees is kind of similar. And then how Drew Brees, he kind of took off when he went to New Orleans and had, better O-line and this and that. So we're going to talk about it. It's a hot topic. We're going to talk about it for, again, 20, 30 minutes. Then we're going to get to your super chats. That's how the episodes are now formatted. What's up, Alan?
Can I interject very quickly? Because you said
no.
Hold on. You said sources said that when you put a microphone in front of somebody and say, talk to me about Tua in the comparison to Drew Brees.
Oh my God.
That's not a source. That's not completely unfiltered. Tell me I'm wrong. Omar Kelly, tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Omar is
and mean it. Tell me I'm wrong and mean it.
You're wrong.
Okay.
Because Drew Brees volunteered the name. He wasn't asked about people who compared to him.
They're both short and accurate quarterbacks. What is there not to get about this comparison? Let me.
I don't understand this volunteer of a name. I literally wrote down exactly what he said. He offered the name.
Yeah.
Tua and Purdy.
Yep.
They're most similar
to me
from the perspective of shorter, not strong arm guys.
Precision passers.
Accuracy. He says shorter, not strong arm guys.
What was the context of what we were discussing?
Omar.
What was the context of what we were discussing?
I look at Tua and Purdy. They're most similar to me from the perspective of. The only thing that matters is from the perspective of what follows that is what they're similar at.
Man, my friend, we were discussing accuracy, precision throwers, spot throwers. I know you heard that word.
I know even brought that up
that's
too.
The word that you like to throw.
That's right.
That's spot throwers.
As opposed to throwing where the guy is at this moment and he's not going to be 3 seconds later. So you throw to the spot where he's going to be.
Alan gets it.
Ryan Tannehill has never done that.
Oh my God.
We really got to have a Ryan Tannehill conversation.
Ryan Tannehill need to have a receiver open.
Who, by the way, whose single season highest passer rating was higher than Tua's.
When he got around an O-line and some weapons, by the way, since Omar wants to point that out.
And an offensive line and the best running back in the game. Please, can we let Doug do what Doug does?
What does Doug do if Doug is going to do what Doug does?
Well, Alan, I want you to elaborate a little bit more on your spot throwing. So are you saying that not all quarterbacks are spot throwers?
I'm saying if it's and this is, even Zach Wilson said this, that you're throwing to a spot where the receiver is supposed to be. That's Dolphins offense is based on that. And this notion you're throwing to a spot, again, if I'm throwing 20 yards down the field and you're cutting to the right, I'm not throwing where you are. I'm throwing to the spot where you're going to be. So we're getting into semantics. You're not spot thrower then?
There are a lot of quarterbacks in this league that are not spot throwers and need to see receivers open.
Sure.
Being one of them.
The good passers, though, throw to spots.
Elite quarterbacks throw.
Time out. Hold on, Omar. Did you or did you not? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're on the stand here. Did you not refrain from saying that Tua was elite at the end of
I'm just saying, I didn't say Tua is elite.
Oh, okay.
But the framework of eliteness begins with accuracy,
Absolutely.
precision throwing, and that is spot throwing.
No,
And
it's not.
Tua has all of those traits.
No, yes, it is. It does
I'm gonna
not
find the
begin with a
clip.
cannon arm. It does not begin with a 6'7", 260-pound frame. Those are the unicorns. It does not begin with running and athletic ability. That's new. That's the unicorns. We have that. This is the conversation. This is the context of the conversation, which is why I would love for Doug to continue to do his thing. The comparison from the very beginning was that Tua can be this generation's version of Drew Brees.
No, we can't.
I think that's where people are getting. First off, we all know the group of people who are getting their panties in a twist, that they think that the comparison of Tua to Drew Brees is, as everyone's saying, he's going to be Drew Brees. He is the next Drew Brees. No one is saying that.
That's the top shelf of what he can be. Right
That's
now,
what he
Matt
can
Ryan.
reach.
Absolutely. Well, he's a different quarterback than Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was like 6'5",
100%.
different.
But
Matt Ryan was what?
Like 6'4" or something. Completely different quarterback.
But also, I made a point to go out and look at other quarterback comparisons, and they're all over the place, but no one gets all bent out of shape about those. Brock Purdy literally has been compared to Tom Brady.
Yeah, but all of these comparisons are crazy. Like, why are we putting up stats from